Am I live? Hello everyone. Just wait for some time. Probably. Alright everyone. So let me why my image is looking like a bit dull? This is because of the light, I think. Hold for some time. Today is actually I will do something on a project that I was working on previously, and yeah, mainly today's stuff is like that. Today will not be any something like I'll not share anything, but yeah, mostly I will code, and if you wanna follow you can, but today's video is not gonna be interactive though, so if you wanna just keep it aside, you can. 110%. Just a second, let me actually make some settings properly. I'm not sure why. Text. Where am I getting this? I think I have a problem with my settings probably. Just hold buddy, just hold for some second. I don't know what is the problem today. Alright, so leave it. Yeah, leave it. Alright everyone, so 2 minutes 39 seconds I have taken alright, sorry, so I think I haven't changed it. Yeah, I have changed it. So yeah, so mainly the target is we want to create a HTTP server. I actually on my bed, I'm not on my table to be honest. So what we're gonna create is we will create that we actually have created the HTTPD GET request server in live some days ago, like this one. Let me go to that terminal. No, I think that is in basics. YouTube, yeah, that one is websockets.c. so if I run /websockets, and maybe I have to give some, not that one, maybe websockets or sockets.c. yeah, that's sockets.c, maybe / oops. So yeah, it is 2929. So if I just env telnet localhost 2929 head, no, that is get, right? Get /http/version 1.0, something like this. Connection closed by foreign host, so that time I'm connected actually. So here you can see client is connected. So we're gonna create more efficiently something like that, where we can actually serve files like an HTML file or maybe some text file or maybe some images we can host on that. That's actually the motivation of the video. I don't know how much we will be successful in this. I think I want to go through the websockets.c once more. A bit Yeah, I think so. What I gonna want is I gonna host www dot I gonna want this and I wanna just and let me run. I think I don't know. Okay, it's I actually have a connect error. That means I'm not getting so why I'm getting the connect. Yeah, so basically if that is not the socket, so mainly I'm getting the bug because alright, they found a port 6969. Yeah, I think that can be an option. Like I actually don't know what 6969. I think this one. No, I think there are some problem with it. I don't know. I have wrote the functions pretty some days back. So we're gonna create something more specifically of that. So that will be our motivation for this video. We're gonna create an HTTP server. It will have to host some HTML files and all. So yeah, probably we don't have anyone for today. All right, so let me create a file httpd. This will not be, I will not explain, to be honest, everything, because this is not a tutorial, to be honest. This is for me, this will be a practice session for me, right? Or creating something like. All right, let me enter in my tmux session. What is that? All right, vi httpd.c. all right, I think I can use new vim today. Let me use new vim today. Because actually I have I don't use new vim, to be honest, when I am just coding C especially, but I don't know, today I just got something to code in new vim. So I need actually the file extensions first. All right, so I will ls head suppose.c. yeah, I just want this, maybe more. Yeah, I think this all I need. Control B C. Oops. Yeah. Because I need them a bit. Alright folks, so int main. I actually hate the language extension. 0 gcc. Okay, now I'm yt. Okay, gcc httpd.c -o httpd /httpd. Yeah, I actually forget to add the new line. By the way, I think I should close the yeah, in just a second. I think I'll go in total. Oh, sorry. I disable auto completion for and regain him again. I think probably it is doing good, right? I think I actually disabled the, yeah, I think this is good. I actually disabled the auto completion. All right, so what we want to do is we want to create the server and as well as the creation of the server, to be honest. All right, so first thing I need the request. So basically we're gonna create some structure because we want a function called http request or maybe parse, or we're gonna init the server, to be honest, first. All right, so basically we want to create the server. So init int server init, it's gonna create the port number, int port number. This is good, but I actually don't want to mess this up, but probably yes. Probably I should create a file in the form of structure. All right, define string address will be, I don't know, 127.0.0.1. I mean, this is actually the local host. All right, I need the struct. I don't need this, maybe. I think we wanna create init int serve port number. All right, and here I will get the socket value int s, the same thing that we have created previously, right? We don't have anyone today. And I want the structure that was sock addr hype underscore in. Probably you have memorized this. This will be the socket file descriptor, I mean the structure that will return the socket. And I want to connect, but the thing that I want is, when should I call this? Should I define the port number here, I mean, and grab the port number here, or the user will give the port number like something when I'm writing /, when I write httpd, after that maybe the port number. Probably this is the good way to do it. So let me create the int function first. I think this will be a bit problematic for me. So int, it will get an argc, I mean argument, and a char argv. Here I will get first the socket file descriptor int s and the client file descriptor int c, and I will get, it will be shard, right? I have shard, so shard port, but should I have shard here? I don't know. What we noted, this video will be a bit long. I'm not sure that how much episode should this video have, but yeah, that's the thing. And I will have the buffer that reads everything, right? It will be 512. All right. And if so I'm getting the argument, right? So if the argument is less than 2, I mean I'm getting the HTTPD, and yeah, so if argc is less than 2, that means I should write here, or maybe here, /httpd no port, right? Something like this. So here people should like if printf, it will get the standard error std error, and the message I gonna say, so usage will be percentile I don't know, percentile s, that will be the URL that I gonna maybe send. Yeah, and this will be listening port, and I can write here argv 0, that will be the listening port, and I will return -1. So basically returning -1 means, so I'll write something like error, if error returns -1 either, or 0 if succeed, or something like that. All right, others I will just printf hello world, and here I should maybe return 1, return 0, because it will be to do. Let me just point here to do, but we will do it right now. But let me w control bn, yeah. So if I write, let's say 8080 hello world. All right, so this is the stuff that, but if I do something like this, it will do, but the thing it should be a good port. I don't know there is a good port or not. Maybe someone can listen to some XYZ. If I do 8, that is good, but it should not be like this. It should be more than, I don't know, maybe I should maybe not do that right now. All right, now if this is not restricted where insert, all right, I don't care, I actually did it. All right, so otherwise else the port should be equal to argc, or sorry, argv. By the way, I think I wanna do something like that. I wanna get something. So instead of printf hello world, I wanna just print a percentile s comma arg. By the way, that is actually the port, so I think I should not do it. So argv2 is actually the port. So I will, let me just try this out. So percentile s comma arg 2 or 1, maybe 1, or I will print 2 s, because I'm not quite sure that how many space it wanna take is gcc /httpd 808080 I'm getting null. Yeah. For so arg2 is getting null. All right, pretty good. All right, I think I have did something wrong in my config. Oops. Alright, let me just disable this and move to Vim probably. Yeah, maybe go to Vim, because I actually hate the auto completion while coding on C especially, because it actually is a low level programming, but when you use some auto completion, that will be a bit bad for me, to be honest. Alright, after doing this, I am getting the port, so I don't want this or either. I want to get the port, so else I can write a else loop, or maybe I don't need a bracket right now. So port will be equal to argv1. Alright, and I need a function will be srv, that will be actually initialize the server, and I need the port here. Alright, and yeah, let me create the init function first. So it will get the port, so I have given the port here. Alright, so now how should the port look like? It will be normal, like a socket initializer, like we have did in s equals to something. So we will do s equal to socket. So let me see, man3 socket, okay, man2 socket. Alright, so it domain, type and protocol. I actually forget, domain is the AF inet. Yeah, this one. I just hate of using mouse, but yeah, AF inet. So the first thing I need is AF inet, that is the so there is something like HTTP and TCP protocol. I don't know this is the one or not. AF inet is the IPv4 protocol. Yeah, I have said this correct, and I need sock stream, this one. And basically next I need some numbers, that will be the protocol. I need 0 by default. I don't know what is this, but that is actually here completely defined nicely. Protocol, here you can see protocol. So the domain, type and protocol, everything is properly set up. Now what I want is, oops, so if I have a socket, so let me see what is the return type. Return value is so basically, for I have said in the previous video, just a second for my leg a bit. Yeah, so I have said this on the previous videos, where I actually created some functions for the WebSockets and server. I mean the client and the server. I have said key actually the return type of socket, bind and accept or connect, yeah, then the threes are actually on success the file descriptor for the new socket is returned, on error -1 is returned. The error number is set to indicate the error, yeah, probably on error -1. So I have to set it should be s should be less than 0, right? Less than 0. Yeah, something like this. I will do one thing. I can just print it, but it will be a bit paranoid for me to write everything. So I'll create a BSS variable. So what does it mean by BSS? BSS means the read-only part. I cannot change it up. I only change the value, but I cannot change the main stuff. So I will create a BSS part. It is not hard, like I'm not creating BSS in my memory blocks. So I write BSS that will use the global. So I will write char. What is the name? Error or error function? I think error is good because I'm not writing functions. So here I have to initialize this key error. What the fuck is my name? Okay, will be equal to the socket. Alright, something like this. I think I'm okay. Error. And I will return 0. So here I should return something key if error returns 0, either returns the socket. Yeah, more specifically something like that. And if it is not true, I will create the structure. So I should not use, so I will use a proper comments for this. So create a proper, so proper or op proper for the socket. I don't know what does it call, but I should call it socket. So what I need, SIN family, SIN adder, and the port. Alright, so srv server dot SIN family. What does it need is, this is AFINet, right? And srv dot SIN, what is the value? So adder dot s adder equals to the inet adder. It will grab the listen adder. Alright, and server dot SIN port is age tons. It will grab the port number that actually is passing IAM. So structure is done. So after doing structure, I want to do bind. So understand this proper steps. First thing is I want to create the socket. Next thing is I want to bind them, right? And then the client is going to be connected. So next thing is bind. The socket. I am just writing the socket. And one thing to be remember that today I will use a good use case of fork, because I will connect recursively, because once it is done, then I will connect again. Once it is done, I am connecting again. So I should need the fork. No, I want to bind. So what does bind take? Bind take is, I actually remembered because everyone is the same. Is OCKADDR type cast this, and I need the srv. Yeah. And what I need is, I actually said I know, but I forget. It needs the length already. So size of srv, or should I typecast this or not? I don't know. I think I should. Now let me call it as b. So I think I should write something like this. If maybe this value is, it will be n. So if I give the return value, you can see the same. So if it is if it is true, that time I binded successfully. So if the bind is true, means it actually returns 0. This is good, right? Yeah, so I will close the server, then I will error is any guess that when I will get a bind error, mostly not yeah, if I give something wrong, then I will get a bind error, but mostly when I get a bind error, not a socket error but a bind error, I mean something like that, not a sock error and a bind error. Can you tell me the case? So basically, when actually the server is connected to the same port, let's say I am running another server and the server is connected on let's say 8080 port, and I am trying to bind that port within this file, maybe that time I'll get a bind error. So yeah, now I will return 0, the same thing that I have done here. Alright, now what I need is, I need the listen. So I need the listening, that I have said that I will create the structure, then I will listen. So for listening, this is pretty simple, that I need only the socket file descriptor and the that is something called the queue, number of queue the process is gonna stay. I think you're gonna remember. So listen, gonna tell the socket file descriptor, and for this case I will maybe 3 or 5 I can get. I am giving 5 because yeah. So if the same return type, probably, I guess so. If no, maybe we can change it up. So basically the same thing we're gonna do here. So we will looking y, we will looking y. Yeah, it is pretty well, I think. I don't know, sometimes I actually get some network issue. Alright, everything is going well. So now I am connecting the server. Now let's see if the server is alright or not. So if I have a server, printf hello world from %s and %s, something like this, and I need the argv0 and the port. Yeah, that's all. Else maybe printf no error, I mean error, not no error, error, I mean yeah. Today we will not do the stuff that we did previous video. We actually did everything correctly, but we had some silly mistakes. But today we will I mean do everything like step by step, so we'll not get a big chunk of error at the last of our compilation process. All right, just a second. Yeah, so gcc, okay, we got a bug. It takes an integer without cast, but it is a shard. What the hell? All right, so it is saying ki this is a shard. All right, we can do it. We can use atoy to actually typecast anything to an integer. Now it will be any bug. Yeah, it didn't. Whew. Hello world from awesome. So we actually connected from the port, on not from but on the port. For more simplification, let me run this again. Okay, hello world from /httpd. Alright, so actually we are enumerating the stuff, but I don't want this, but instead I want this. I want list.tn_addr and this. So this is I gonna want. Now the next step is connecting with it. I mean making a proper connection, not like this. It will be a recursive for loop, right? So what I gonna do is not v, not this. Yeah, I want a troubleshoot to be honest, but if I don't have s, then I will maybe do some silly stuff like fprintf std error, and it will grab the values, I mean this, and also the error nicely. But and I also want return -1, and either I will get key, so I should not remove that printf listening from that one. That I have written that nicely. So maybe a line break. I need a listen. I need a listen addr and the port, right? So this is good. Now what I want is so what are the process? The process was socket, then binding, then listening, then accepting. So I will not I will do something like this. While if it is true, then I will maybe, what is the name? So the name will be client accept, and it will grab the socket file descriptor that I have in here, and it will do some fun. So actually let me actually create the function signature here. So int is rv init int. Well, it works, right? It works. Yeah, something like this I want, right? I mean it will recursively proceeding on that some stuff. So I want a client accept. Let me create the client accept. So it will be the client accept. What will be the client accept? Same thing. I think I don't wanna. Okay, so I don't need the to do here. I think, yeah. Int client accept. It will grab the socket file descriptor and do some fun. It will just it is as simple. So int the client, point to be noted, just understand this concept clearly. This one, I mean the init function, actually I am initializing the server. Now I got the server. Now I want to listen the server. So I am writing the listening of the server. So I need client here, not server. All right. What I need is something called socklen t. That will be an addr len, address len. I mean the address len that I am get. Now I'm gonna create the structure. I mean structure. The same thing. In for client, this one is for server. I mean this one. But this one is for client, right? What the hell? I don't know. CLI and socklen, I think T, yeah, len and struct socket in and the client. All right, what I need is here, let me cd dot head, I mean cat socket. Let me see, not this one, cat, what was that, web sockets, right? Yeah, not this one either. What I need is, I need the address length, or alright, so I think I should know mem set. I'm disabling, I'm actually, yeah, making the client 0 and size of and I'm accepting, to accept s, and the same thing is struct sock addr size of client and the address length. Why address length is a reference? Because yeah, that's it, because if you do man to accept, you can find this up key, this will be sock length null but restrict addr length. All right, probably this is clear for me, though accept is this. Now let me set a variable that is c, so c is this. Now the return type is same, so if c is less than 0, something like this, that time it will give a bug, so I will write error, that will be accept error. Okay. Nicely, and I will return to 0. All right, so I will just so returns 0 if error or connects or accepts to the server fork. I think fork will not be a good stuff here. Okay, either I will yeah, I have nothing to do, so return, see, that's why I've set key, just do it in the while loop probably. Now I want to accept it inside of my while loop probably, so I think I need C. Yeah, I have defined C for accept. Now if I don't have a C, oops, not this, yeah, if I don't have C, I will maybe f printf. So basically the error that we have actually initialized will be actually come here, so stderr will be percentile s n here I'm using that error. I think probably you have seen using them here, but yeah. And what I need is, I don't want to break. Once it is not, maybe I will continue, and if it is done, I will printf incoming connection, and not here. If I will get a fork, I will connects. So understand this very carefully. So when I'm writing key fork, that time understand this fork runs in two instances. Let's see instances. For the main process, I mean the parent, I will call it. The parent process returns the process ID and the new process returns 0. So if this is not returning 0, that time it is a parent process. So that time I will do some fun. So I will do if I don't have a fork, I mean it's so not like that, it not a fork. So basically that time it is a it's a parent process. So it returns the process. I can just get the get PID to get it, but I don't know, I think I should not, and I will connect. So I will just printf connected, but it is not generally, but I know that's how it should work. All right, let me see. GCC in C in line. All right, I have did some bad blunder here also, and another one, return C. All right, in the client function. Yeah, so this is, I hate these bugs, and I love hitting this bug because I haven't used any extensions. That's because if you write some TypeScript code, JavaScript code, web development, that time you can use some autocomplete extension and all. But when you are coding very low level like C, like assembly, like bash, you should not use it, because it means you are coding the hardware, so you are tinkering the hardwares. That's more important. All right, it is done. If I go here, I will do env telnet localhost 8080. Is it 8080? Yes, it is 8080. And I will get I don't know, maybe HTTP, maybe /http/1.0 connected. So it is actually, I am connected. That means now I can just quit it. So I can control this, then quit key. So connection lost, and here I am still connected, but I should not. So control BN, I should not. That's why I will return not 0, I will return -1. Hope this works. This GCC, I think probably you can understand what I'm doing right now. Get HTTP C. So I want now the client connection. It is a bit simple, to be honest. Now what I've did, now instead of connected, I want client connection. And what I need the source, I need the client. I mean, not the source, I need the sub and the client. All right, folks. Now for the client connection, what I need, I was thinking about this while I was creating the video. I just came live from it. So it's actually a bit tough, not tough, I will say. Yeah, instead it is tough. What I need now, I need void connection, and it will need the socket file descriptor and the client file descriptor. Now I need the request, but for the request I need a structure, a designated structure, because I need the method. What does it mean by method? Method means the get, post, put. If you remember the defacement tool, put, yeah, something like that. But we will mostly work with get in this video, because the put and the all are a bit tricky, not impossible, but a bit tricky, where we send some requests and proceeds all. But yeah, that can be possible, but we will not try this. We'll mainly try to fetch some HTML tags, we'll try to fetch some CSS, not CSS, some images maybe if possible. But yeah, so let me create the structure here. Let me just remove this signature for now, but we can create signature. But yeah, all right. So the structures, CTU for the HTTP rec. So what I need, struct is HTTP request, that will grab mainly two things. First thing is shard method. Photo would be, it should be maybe not 16, maybe it is good, 8 bytes, I don't wanna waste. And the URL should be a bit big, so I maybe do 120. You can increase this, it is not dynamical, it is dynamically allocated, but yeah. Now let me save the type def, because I cannot do struct. So type def struct is HTTP request will be called as HTTP rec. So now the client connect. Hey, by the way, one thing. I'm thinking a bit different. I'm thinking about it differently. Let me proceed it at first. All right, so http rec will be the request and shard the pointer, and the thing is I want to read this first. Because the HTTP request should be parsed properly. I should need something called CLI read, then maybe the P, not P, the C, the client. But yeah, I need this first. This is a bit tough. Shard client read, it will read the C, I mean int C. All right, and here I will create a buff. So shard buffer will be 256, not 256, maybe 512, because it read everything what I've written in. Maybe here I will create a template. Here I will create a template. What is it consisting in template? I need some like content adjacent and all. I need yeah, I think here I have that code. It's not here. Not here. Yeah, I need this all probably. Wait a second, let me fetch this from one of my old video. I think I should not allow this video to open that one. So just a second. Yeah, I'm talking about this one. I was talking about this, all right. So চুপ কর একটু, কাজ করছি। cd basics. Yeah, I'm talking about this. I will shard maybe 256 or 500, I don't know, and I will, or I don't want, I want just a pointer. Yeah, I want just a pointer. And I will equals to, but a bit more constructively. Let me just yeah, I actually don't need them, I'm just needing some. And the server will be httpd.c. It just will be a string, normal string. And so this will be a I wanna say about the template. I wanna read it. Now understand this carefully. Yeah, by the way, this should not be an HTTP because I have sent this, but I should send something called a get, like this, get, then slash maybe test. This will be the sub route, what we say as I mean URL route, that key local host something, then test 123, this one, right? So yeah, I'm talking about this one. So test, then HTTP 1 point, I don't know, 1.1, then I don't need 200. okay, I just need this simple text. This is a bit confusing, I think. All right, I'm gonna read it, though I have set it. And the buffer, now I wanna mem set the buffer. So mem set the buffer with 0 and 512. Pretty easy, I think. Then I wanna read, so read the buffer with the client, the buffer and 512. Now read also returns the same, control B n, maybe man3 read, okay, man2 read, return value on the number of bytes, return 0, and the file position the error smaller than bytes. Yes, something more similar, maybe this. It is a bit confusing. So if read is less than 0, that time I have a read error, so I will get the error will be read error and return 0. All right, otherwise I will return the buffer. Yeah, this is easy. Now I rate the C. Now if P is returning some bad thing, like maybe if I don't have a P, so if I don't have a P, then same thing, key F printf stderr, then maybe percentile s and backslash and error. Probably nice. And I will close the client and I will return, maybe I will just return, yeah, I can return 0 or but Varna I will printf CLI debug CLI CONN done. Gone through I something gone. Yeah, maybe GCC run this up. All right. So yeah, I think, though I don't need this, by the way. It is it returns a buffer. It returns the buffer. The client read function. Yeah, that should not be a local. That buffer yeah. Yeah, debug client gone through, so it actually succeeded. So this is how we debug everything step by step. So it actually debug gone through. So I think, yeah. So yeah, I have actually a P. So client connection on the way. Alright folks, now what I want is I want to parse the HTTP request, by the way. I want to parse the HTTP reg or HTTP. I will grab the P and do some fun. So I need to create a function. It is actually a bit what I'll say, a bit problematic function. and it will be a type of HTTP rec. I mean returns in this parse HTTP char a string. I mean I'll give him the template and it will returns the all stuff. Yeah. And char p, and in the requests I will malloc the size of HTTP rec, and I'll printf key. I don't printf because that is a bit yeah, that is a bit bad. But can I actually print it? What is this percentile s? Let me see that what is actually returning as a string. Okay, so I don't need it maybe. So maybe I will return the rec and just do the printf stuff. Something like this. I'm not sure that it should work or not, but let me try this. Parse HTTP queue. And run this again and get http/1.0. Yeah, see, so if I just I'll say, so I'm getting this. So if I do like control C, control this, control B this, or control this, I think control this, yeah, T, and I did this. I actually, yeah, control maybe, yeah, I start it again and I will put maybe get HTTP. Understand this, I am writing 1.2 and here I am getting 1.2, so I am actually getting this. All nice, everything is going pretty well. So we are on the way. So parsing, I mean the string is passing properly. Now from the string I should get the some nice thing. So I should iterate throughout the whole string, right? I should iterate throughout it. So I will create a for loop. The p should be equal to str. I mean the p should be not null. I mean p is meaning about the pointer that is iterating through the string I am sending. Understand this carefully. By the way, is there anyone today? No, there is no one. All right. Oh, nice. And p should not be this, and I will iterate throughout the end. I think I should not do anything, right? I just want to iterate, so I will just write this. And if I got p is equal to maybe some this, then I will assign p equal to 0. Else I will copy the response to strncpy to request method, I mean the get, put, anything, string 7. And that's all. Now I want to test this out. Now the question is how to test this. I have created that here. Here I want the http rec, right? And for a certain time being, I will do mem set buffer 0. I mean, I'm just making this null, right? And I will copy this template to the buffer template. And what is the buffer size? 511. So 512. All right. And the request will be parse http buffer. And if I don't have a request, then I'll get some printf std error, and I will get the error to %s error, and maybe I will not return to anybody any bad thing, and I will return else. I will printf the actually the problem is with my keyboard, you know, sometimes I go up or down, not anywhere. And I will %s, okay, the method %s and sorry. So how should this look? The request method probably like this. Let's see. And yeah, this will be in and I should return maybe exit here. Yeah, I should not use a else, instead I return. I will return 0. I mean who gcc. Oof. Nice, we got the method get. Oof, this was crazy, this was really crazy. We did everything quite good. We get the test get. Now we want the URL. So I think you should probably know how to do it. This is the same thing, the same process that we did in parse http. Now understand this very carefully. I actually have this much of bug pretty everything. So basically the thing is like get, then test, and here I am doing p equal to str. So the same loop I gonna run, but that will be p will be str plus 1. but keep this in your mind, the str is a string, sorry, pointer. So how should it look like? It should be, I think it is same. I think it is same. So I will make for str will be, sorry, not str, p, yeah, str will be plus plus p. Yeah, I think this is good. I think plus plus p or p plus plus, because it is, yeah, plus plus p, or I can do p plus 1. Probably this is good, right? And p and same thing, p will be not equal to this. I know some developers will tell me bad because I am repeating stuff. I don't know it is called repeating or not, because I don't know how to actually create something to do the both job in a place. So all right, so if the same thing, right? If this is like this, then I will do the fun, p equal to 0, varna I will str and cpy. I mean string copy. What I'm copying? I'm copying the request URL to the string. And what is the size? 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 The size is 128, and these are good size of using extensions. So everything is doing pretty well. Now let me print that up also in here. Yeah, shift V, Y, O, control shift V. All right, just change something a bit nicely. Like, I know I am doing this for nothing, but request who, I got too many bug. Okay, the quotation in which line? Line 126. Yeah, that should not be there. Delete. Yeah, another one. Missing terminating. Let me run this again. Yeah, I got this again. Ah, yeah. Line 133. You know one thing, I just being a bad coder day by day. Whew, nice. You know one thing, I'm not satisfied. Instead of test, I'm getting a bit bad thing like HTTP1. I don't need them. Ah, yeah, but I can do this one also. I can p equal to p plus 1 here, then write p here. No, plus plus was I don't know, this will be correct. Yeah, that's all I want. I want this, you know. So what does it done? I don't know why p equal to p plus plus, then that didn't work, because this actually post increment, sorry, pre increment, that does key, let's say the value of p is, let's say 5, and you are writing p plus plus, that means it maybe do something, then it increase the value to +1. And if I write plus plus p, that means it increase like 5 plus 1 equal to 6, then it proceeds the value with 6. Next the same, with the same loop it does the plus plus. So yeah, that's all. It is doing his work nicely. So I am getting everything nicely, and yeah, this is pretty cool thing. Now the question is, I am able to parse. Now, can I be able to host a web page? Can I? Because it's a bit confusing for me, because I think, yeah, I think I can do it, can try this now. So if request is this, request means this HTTP request, right? Now if I don't have a request, then I will printf stderr and %n and the error. Alright, and I will close the client and I will return, right? But otherwise, else if I wanna get key, the method should be get, I mean the request dot method should be get, and the URL should be slash, I don't know, slash maybe some page, then I will render an HTML file. So not file, I will just render the HTML text and I should was it. So strcmp, the request method should be get and the string compare request URL should be slash app slash web page. If it is true, that time the response will be an HTML tag there, hello from our web server /HTML. That's all. That's all I have to do. Yeah, that's all I have to do. Probably. But how to render? And sorry, otherwise else I will do response will be equal to file I'm not found. I will response a 404 error. And yeah, I will free the request, and I will close the client, and I will return something like this. But if I am connected, then I will do that. But let me do I think I don't need them. I don't need template, even if I don't need buffer. All right. Let me see. I got too many bug. Oh, I am a bit, I don't know, for yeah, I didn't end this. Response is not defined. I don't have response. Alright, the shard res. Yeah. Again, I am getting bug. What was the bug, by the way? That was not in the client connection. Which line was that? On the line 168. 68. That was not S printf, that was a F printf. Nice. / httpd localhost 8080 /app/ get request. I'm getting the get requests, but I'm not getting it. Let's actually debug it a bit. I think why it's not connecting, by the way. Localhost colon 8080 slash app slash, what the hell, what is not connecting? I'm a bit env telnet localhost 8080 get app slash web page http 1.0. Why I'm not getting it? If I do maybe slash test, I am not actually sure what's happening on. Control this. चुप करो ना. Get app slash web page http slash 1.0. I'm getting the same bug here. I think I should debug it a bit. I think I should debug it a bit. I think I should set the headers before. So I will create the header and the response. I mean, header means the headers, and the response mean the port I'm gonna get. So I will create a void http response, grab int c, grab char content type and char data. Alright, and I will char buffer. Buffer will be the 512. It will be pretty much straightforward. And int n, and n will be string length of the data. What will be the data that I gonna send? So now mem set will be the buffer 0 and 512. Pretty simple and straightforward. And I will sn printf key the buffer the 511 and not the buffer like this, the buffer 511, and I wanna get the content type and length. Content type will be n%s and this content length will be n%s and n%n %s %s and in, and this will be content type, and content type means You can see in some web page there is some written text, plain text, some HTML, something written XML, some image, maybe JPG, JPEG, some image PNG. So this will be called as the content type. And also you can see content type application JSON. In some put requests you can see content type application JSON, something like that. But yeah, I need that type of content. And what is the n is the size, right? So n, and I need the data that I'm gonna write, and n will be that I'm gonna write. So I'm gonna write what I'm gonna write. So basically write will be the c, the int c that I'm gonna send. The int c, the buffer, and the size will be n. But this time the size is not the length of the data but strlen of the buffer, and I will return completely. This is a bit confusing for me, but I think these are the same. And the important thing is in the response, in the header, what I'm gonna send is I have deleted the template, but yeah, I think I will get it by just http headers int c, and the same thing int code means the 404 403, that one, and the same thing sharp buffer, that will be 512, and int the size. And the same, when I allocate the memory, then the first thing I do is mem set the buffer to 0 and the size is 512. The same thing, and I will sn printf. I will add the buffer, I will add the 511, and I will write some funny stuff. But for writing the funny stuff, I should off the camera a bit, because it's a bit, I don't know. Yeah, I'm done. All right, I got it. Let me view this. What I don't need the content type. I don't need the content security, neither this, not date. I need the server, and yeah, this all I need. Let me just dress them a bit nicely. Okay, by the way, I think I should do this. Yeah, that's all. That's all. But what, that should not be GWS or some httpd.c. And here, instead of getting 200 OK, I gonna get n%d. Now the question is, the OK I can change. If the n%d is a value, that time I will get OK created. Yeah, I can do that, but and the thing is, it's a bit nothing, I mean not important, but we will do it for sure. And the n will be str length of the buffer, and I will write the c, the buffer, the n on it, and I will return. Now in my client, what I had written here, I should send the HTTP headers, headers. So that was headers, right? HTTP headers. All right. HTTP headers. Can you guess what it can get? It will get the C, the client file descriptor, and the 200. And the response, HTTP response, will be C text/HTML, and the response. If it is not found, not found is 404, right? Yeah, HTTP headers C and 404, and HTTP response will be C text/plain, and the response. Alright folks, probably this is all for that. I got too many bugs. First bug I got at content type. Content type isn't an integer. That should not be integer. Alright, content type. So content type shard. Yeah, it is a shard. Oh, it should not be this. Yeah, now this should work. All right, now in number 150, 150. string is defined here. The n, right? This should be t. Yeah, httpd 8080. Who? Nice. I'm getting not found. Nice. If I do this, nice, we got hello from our web server, and this is nice. And here we are getting everything, but I don't actually want everything. I just wanna one thing, I just wanna don't get this all, but I wanna get key. It is connected or not, it is getting some responses or not. I mean the responses and the headers. All right, so to be honest, today I will do this, but this will be a sequel videos. I'll say this will be a long video, but yeah, now the code part, right? So here I will write something key if the code is equal to 200. I know this will be a bit bad thing, or I will do switch. I will do switch code. So the first thing is case 200. That time I will do sure status will be okay. Yeah, this one. Status should be okay. If case 404, status not found. If case 201, status created. And here I wanna send the status and %s code status comma code. Yeah, that's all. That's all I want. Oops, and I wanna clean them a bit. So the int function probably, let me see that where I actually made that big printf. oops, status, control PN. Oops. And there I got another work key. The status is n%. Yeah, so I should do not this, I should do code and status. All right, nice. I got good. I am getting not that one. Oh, let me ltrace to see ltrace dot slash httpd 8080. All right, let me see now. Yeah, just host app, incoming connection. How can I see the status? Yeah, I think I'm not getting that, by the way. Let me remove the all unnecessary printf. Not this one. Let me start from very top level key where I'm writing some unnecessary printf. All right. All right. I got it. All right, this is the string that I gonna printed. So it was giving a bit I wanna say bad bug. So there are two type of bug, bad bug and good bug. Nice. But the question is, I'm not getting the response. That is bad. I'm not getting the SN printf. Am I? Yeah, I am getting the response, text plain and all. Is it a bit bad? Because actually the printing is not that much necessary. I can understand this. I can actually send that there is no importance of doing this, to be honest. I can but this is unnecessary, to be honest. So the thing is working pretty well, nicely, more than good, I have thought. So yeah, that's because I control B in GCC, I mean /httpd 8080. And if I come here, nice. Now debug, I think I should remove this one, debug client connection, control B N, debug CLI. What actually is this line? Yeah, the debug CLI went wrong. You know one thing, this is important when we are getting some bug, but when you are not, you should not make the users. All right, buddy. The bad thing is that why can't get this all. Opening guess what I'm opening. First percentile S is the listen ADDR. Second percentile S is the port number. Third percentile is alright, so this should not be the port number. Yeah, that is a bit pragmatic. I think I should do this. Opening percentile S and then obviously some reku URL. And most specifically get, I'll use a slash, that will be reku method. Pretty well, right? Convenient. GCC who get, nice, but I wanna just don't this, it will be in, I don't want this. Yeah, this is looking well. $80 nice, but most specifically control N, I don't need this. Instead I want the get. This will be a bit funny. By the way, headers will be going to the console. I think you guys know. I should not teach you all the funny basics. But I need the 200. I should need 200. Okay, all right, just a bit formatting. Who dot slash. Nice, it is awesome. Can I enforce that hello from D hello from pufferfish? This is a who. Nice, pretty well. So we actually have created a function, I mean web server, where we host a nice HTML page by using just C. See how much fun it is. But today it is 2:29 2:30. कल मुझे थोड़ा सा फर्स्ट उठना है, and for that reason this is a 2 hour, not a bit less, but yeah, I should stop the video right now here probably. Yeah, that's all for today, to be very honest. So let me revamp the function a bit, I mean everything. We did nothing. Let me come. So we actually created a socket where we created the server. So here we actually initialize the socket. For the process of initializing the socket, so here I cannot go GD, but if I go to the top, first thing is the creating of the socket. If the socket is less than, I mean there are detections, then I am giving the structure, then binding them, then I'm listening them. Now if I listen them, then I want to accept. So the accept is a pretty easy. So I've added a socket, client file descriptor and just did it. Then I wanna read it. Now the question is reading. What I gonna read? I gonna read the slash route. What I gonna read? The slash route, slash test, slash app, slash web page. Then I gonna read it up, right? And then I gonna parse. What I gonna parse? I gonna parse the HTML that, or to be honest, most specifically the slash route. I gonna parse it, right? I gonna parse it and get the requested URL. Now when I got the requested URL, I gonna send this to my HTTP response, and as following the HTTP response, I'm getting the response and a header and the response, and I am connecting to the client. So today's video are straightforward. Now there are a couple of questions that we gonna do in the next video, the next sequel video. First thing is we gonna fetch some images, the meme type I gonna change, the security I gonna change, everything I gonna enforce a bit nicely. All right. So yeah, there will be the goal for the next video, but the thing is, the bad thing is my university is opening, so kal I think I cannot make a live, if possibly, to be honest, but we will see. And yeah, I know I'll not be able to make live regularly for my university, but I think I will, but आज भी I don't have that much mood to make live, but I just started practicing. And today's video was not a bit tutorial, to be honest, because I don't know some functionalities. I thought that some of them didn't work well, and to be honest, I am a bit beginner in these web server, the high level topics. But today's video was a bit I will say easy, I will say not hard. We didn't have got too much bug that we got actually the previous videos when we actually learned how to create something. Today's video is just assembling them. The learning purpose was this getting the this thing. This was a bit interesting, how to read it from here, if I go to headers, console, if I go to network, maybe just reload a bit. Yeah, and the status method, you can just find this all. Console, I don't know, network. I'm not getting, because it is actually an HTML page. Yes, see, this is the get status 200 created. By the way, I'm getting 200 created, but the status is 200. Why I'm getting created? This is a bug. All right, we got a bug. If I change this OK to I, OK1 to created 1 to escape colon W, and sorry, and I will GCC this. I read it, and there I go. Yeah, created 1 2. The question is, when the status is 200, why I'm getting 201? Isn't a bit confusing? And default status. Yeah. Let me do this. So I am getting default for all the cases. The reason can be different. The reason maybe is by the way, I can make, maybe I just wanna, I know the syntax is a bit wrong, to be honest. So I can, if the code is equal to 200, I will just return. I know this is a bit bad, but yeah, status will be equal to, yeah, escape. I actually did wrong. I did right. Undo 3. What? Whew. Yes, yeah. So what is wrong? I haven't added the break. So today's video was about hunting bugs, but we actually got a bug. Oh, HTTP. Okay, GCC HTTPD pd.c/o httpd. All right, nice. /httpd 8080. Nice, it is going on. Okay, 1 2. I'm getting correct. So I should not write okay 1 2. Instead I should write okay. Nice. Okay, So that's all for today. What will be the next idea for maybe another episode? In the next episode, what are you gonna do? We gonna set the MIME type, secure the site a bit. We gonna do send images from some file location, set, I think we have set the route that are quite easy for this. We will send HTML file from some directories like dot slash, or maybe pages slash index dot html. We will host the whole HTML there instead of just writing in HTML tag. This, I think you are sending key, yeah, that will be pretty much easy, but you should know something like you should open the file, you should read the whole file, understand that is a bit tough, and I have tried it. Really, it is tough. It is really tough. Hosting a file really is a tough as a low level language point of view. So that will be all for, that will be a great project, to be honest. This is a great project, but that will be a too much great project. So yeah, that's all for today, to be honest. So we will see in the next video. Yeah, that's all. Goodbye.